when most of Toronto was devastated by the big trade. Well, I for one was not one of them, and I believe that the right thing was done and that we in fact were going to be a better team, but only time would tell. There's three things that I want to comment on today to share why I think the Raptors are set up to have the best season ever. I've talked often in the past about the fact that great cultures are based on shared values, and I'm a firm believer that the new values that the Raptors have been living by over the past year or so are really going to ground them in their performance. And you know, we've just seen them come off a 3-game losing streak, a pretty commanding win against Chicago the other night. But what I'm really inspired by is the fact they had such a great start to the season. They've had a little dip, but for the most part, the performance has remained relatively steady. And let's remember this. Every team is going to lose some games here and then. Just like every workplace is going to have a few hills and valleys. A sign of a great culture is that it inspires collective performance. It's not about one or two individuals. And here's where I am most excited about what I've seen so far with the Raptors. Kyle Lowry has been off to a phenomenal start. He's averaging double digits when it comes to points per game and assists per game. It's becoming about the collective. The other really cool stat that I wanted to share is that we've got 5 players who are averaging in double digits points per game. And it's almost 2 points higher than the top 5 at this time last year. So what we're seeing here is a shift from individual performance to a more collective performance. And again, that momentum, I believe, is only going to serve this team well as they move into the rest of their season. In my last post, I talked about the fact that great cultures will welcome people in and out, and that it's not based on 1 or 2 people, it's based on the values that anchor them. Well, we've seen both Green and Leonard be integrated into the Raptors culture almost seamlessly. But it's important to point out that it's slow and it's steady and it takes time. And although Kawhi missed the shot the other night against Boston to win the game, I still believe it was a fundamental moment that showed this team they're going to stick together through the tough times, and they are going to come out on the other side. So where do the Raptors go from here? Well, I believe they are still on track to have their best season yet. I believe they're going to make it through the conference finals, and we're going to see them in the NBA finals. I know there's a lot of season left, but all indicators are leading to the fact that this is all about the collective performance and not just 1 or 2 people. Go Raps!